Isn't this crazy? Isn't this insane? Look at this tree. You wouldn't guess, if not for all the noise, that there's a freeway right next to me. It's crazy. Look at this. Okay. Here we go. It's a little bit later in the day. It's been a few hours, and I had to come back out here. I just really had to get this off my mind. Because I was just doing my thing at home. Um, and, you know, why is it that, like, when I know eyes are on me, or when I think eyes are on me, I shrink myself? Why is that? This has really been on my mind lately, and, like, it's something that I really wanted to, like, discuss, I guess, because when I'm alone doing my thing, I'm a very, like, confident person. I'm very expressive, and, you know, I love to dance and sing along with my music and do my art and play music. But when I, like, as soon as somebody comes home, because I don't live alone, I live with my family. As soon as somebody comes home, it's like I immediately just shrink. And it wasn't just when I lived with my family. It was the same way when I lived with roommates. And it's the same when I'm out. But it's, you know what? More often than not, it's when it's people. If I know I'm only gonna see them once, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I think that's why I can, like, go out to raves and, like, concerts and just go out and be, like, confident in public. But as soon as, like, it's somebody that knows me, I like dim myself a little bit. I wonder why that is. Well, I know why that is. It's because I've had lots of people make lots of comments about me being very confident and expressive all my life. So that would be probably the reason why. But that's also why I wanted to, well, partially anyway, why I wanted to come on and start this and, you know, express myself on here, because I know I'm meant to be more than who I am when I shrink myself for other people. I know I'm meant to be more than who I am when I shrink myself for other people. I like that. 'Cause it's true. I just know I am. But yeah. I don't know. It's very weird. And honestly, like, I think I've been a lot better about it lately. But I could definitely be better, too. You know? I could be better. Like, more confident. I mean, I could always be more expressive, I guess. But the thing is, I guess when I'm in the moment, I'm like, I feel like I'm pushing myself to like take up space, you know, pushing myself to be expressive and to take up space. But then I like look back on it and I realize I wasn't even taking up as much space as I thought, even after I started pushing myself, you know? It's not that big of a deal, and that's what I think I need to get through my head. It's not that big of a deal. Like, for people to see and hear me, it's actually a really good thing. Whenever I am like in tune with myself and I'm really feeling myself and I'm not giving any fucks about what anyone else thinks, I'm like on fire. I'm like and it's like people can't not notice. It's like that's when people are coming up to me and just being like, yeah, girl, you got it. When I'm just letting myself. That's how it was when I got this. It was like, I got it done. I just felt like the hottest bitch. I already had my septum done, but like, then I got my eyebrow done. I was like, oh yeah, I'm that bitch. And since I felt like I was that bitch, and I felt like I was indestructible, people noticed that energy, and it was like infectious. You know what I mean? People were like, girl, you look, they were like pointing it out. They're like, oh, I like your piercing. Oh, I like your piercing. Damn, that looks good on you. Like, just random people. Once, like, this one lady at like a cafe I went to was like, I've been wanting to get one done too, should I do it? And I was like, girl, yeah. And like, I hope she did. But that's like exactly what I want to accomplish, is to just be myself, and for that to let others know that it is okay to be themselves fully and authentically, because it is. I don't know, it's just really weird how like even when I'm filming myself sometimes I kind of get in a mindset of like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm just extra self-aware, so I start, like, that happens when I dance, when I record myself dancing, and like, because I just like to do that for fun. I don't really post it. Sometimes I do, like, to my story or whatever, but yeah, like, I don't know, it's weird because I'll be dancing and feeling myself and then I'll start recording it, and then it's like the dance moves become less, I'll watch it back and it looks like I'm in a box, like I'm in an invisible box where I don't want to like move fully stretched to my full, you know, length, height, whatever, potential. But then as soon as it's off, I'm like in it again. It's so weird. But I think talking about this is really helping, actually. I think it's just, yeah, it's like eyes on me, and I associate that with being judged. And ultimately, I think I just need to not care so much what other people think. And that's something I'm working on all the time. Shit, I'm a lot better than I used to be. But yeah. Why do we shrink ourselves when it doesn't really matter? I think we should stop doing that. It's hard. It's really hard. But you know what I've noticed is it really doesn't matter that much. Girl. Flies and shit. Go away. But anyway, really doesn't matter that much. Shit. I used to be afraid to like wear. I love. That is the second time that's happened. And I need to remember to turn that bitch off. Because I'll come walking, right, with my speaker playing music out here. And then I forget that it's on. And then that happens. Anyway. But yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I love to. What I was going to say is I love to smoke weed. If you can't tell, I'm a stoner. If you haven't figured that out yet. And for the longest time I was afraid to like wear anything. Oh my god. I was afraid to wear anything that like had weed on it in front of my family, even though they all knew. Like, I told them when I started smoking that I smoke weed. They have known for a long time. We talk about it. And like we just chat about weed and stuff. But I've always felt weird about wearing stuff that had it on it. So I feel like that, maybe because that's like making a statement, kind of, you know, when it's like on you. It's not so private, but it doesn't need to be private. Shouldn't need to be private, I don't think. Sometimes it's nice for it to be, but like it shouldn't need to be so taboo, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So taboo. And yeah, I don't know. But then like I just started wearing stuff. And I remember the first time, like, I have this necklace, it's got a weed leaf on it, and I remember the first time I wore that in front of my parents, I was like shitting myself, because I wore it to lunch with them. I was like shitting myself because I was convinced that's all they could focus on was that, and that's like all we would talk about in my mind. Saying it out loud, it sounds ridiculous, but you know how it is when you're like self-conscious about something. That's all you can, like, that's all that's taking up your brain. But then I guess that's kind of like that exposure therapy type thing, right? Like slowly taking baby steps to like confront your fears. So I wore that necklace out to lunch with my family and nobody said a fucking word. I don't even think anyone like looked at it any longer than any of my other jewelry or whatever. No one was focused on it. So, and now I wear it all the time. So, yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and like talk about that because I feel like that's mainly because I just really needed to get that out. If this bitch would leave me alone, that would be fantastic. Fuck off, dog. Seriously. It was not like that earlier with these fucking... There were no bugs. What the fuck is happening? Probably because it's getting later. But, anywho, I guess the point is, it is strange how we shrink ourselves. It's very strange. And, it's unnecessary. Maybe, like, it was necessary for a time, and that's why we did it, learned how to do it, you know, to, like, stay safe in a situation. But but now I'm in a new situation. I'm in a totally new situation. I've changed my life. I'm still changing my life and molding it to be exactly how I want it to be, my beautiful life. And I know it won't always, you know, work out exactly how I expect. Call back to the last video. But I am building a life that I love, and in order to do that fully, I need to just accept the fact that people are going to say things about me because I'm being big and loud and confident and bright and expressive, and people say things when you do that. It's just a fact. Even if they're not talking shit, some people will, you know. But like most of the time, it's just like, oh, look at that girl, look at that person, look at that girl. Look at them. Like, I mean, that's what I think. I don't think, when I see someone that's like rocking their look, even if it's not my kind of look, I'm like astonished. I'm like, oh, yes, look at that person. Look at that person. They're beautiful. Why can't that be me? That is me. Fuck. That is me. I just don't let it out. I don't let myself out. So let yourself out too. If you're watching this and you're like, damn, I feel that. It's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal to just be your best fucking self. I mean, it is a big deal. It's a big deal in a good way. It's like, yay, I'm a big deal. But what other people think is not. It's just not. Oh, it's all just bullshit. You know what I mean? It's all just bullshit in the best way. Because that means that you can do whatever you want and it doesn't matter. Within reason. Don't go murdering people. But, like, dress how you want. Live how you want. Enjoy your hobbies. Act a certain way. Carry yourself with confidence. And then when other people say shit, just take it as an affirmation that you're doing the right thing. Because people won't say shit about you if you're shrinking yourself all the time and staying small. You just won't, because there won't be anything to talk about. But if they're talking about you and they're saying, man, look at that bitch. Look at that bitch. She thinks she can wear that shit. She thinks she pulls that shit off. Ugh. They're probably just projecting my love. Definitely. Because I don't know anyone that talks like that isn't projecting. I've never known anyone to say something like that wasn't just projecting their own insecurities. Ever. Okay? Ever. Alright. I'm gonna end it there before these bugs get to me and eat me alive and I die. Be confident, be big, and be loud and bright and just enjoy your life because you deserve it. Alright.